Welcome back to Addicted to Gear, the channel where strings, frets, and a touch of obsession collide. Today we're unboxing something that's been stirring up quite a buzz in the guitar community, a guitar that's part traditional, part space age. Today we're taking a look at this fantastic guitar and we're going to be finding out whether or not this is the wave of the future or just another fad. This is a combo carbon fiber / traditional wood acoustic guitar. It may be something that pushes you a little bit outside of your comfort zone, but some of you might find the innovation quite refreshing. So today we're going to be taking a closer look at this guitar and we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of what makes this guitar so unique. Now the guitar is a stunner in my opinion. The carbon fiber top gives this guitar quite a modern look that is sure to turn heads at your next gig. I like the fact that they got the combination of materials right. They have the carbon fiber top, yet the sides, the back, and the neck are all made of traditional wood. So it's a really interesting, refreshing take on the traditional way of building guitar. I would say just a little bit more high-tech. It really does make the guitar really interesting to look at. The weave of the carbon fiber catches your eye right away. It says, you know, hey, look at me, I'm fancy. I'm a little different, you know. I could vouch to the fact that when a guitar is completely made of carbon fiber, it does have a slightly different tone to it. Some people like it, some people don't. But I like a guitar that has a combination of wood and carbon fiber because I think it does have the best of both worlds. Picking up the guitar, the first thing you'll notice is that it does weigh about the same as other traditional acoustic guitars. It might be just a smidge lighter because of the carbon fiber top, but I don't think it's anything that would shock you. You would probably not even notice. Finish on this guitar is black, matte black, which I think looks really sexy. Just be forewarned that when you're dealing with a matte black finish of any type, you're going to get fingerprints, you know, sweat stains or oil stains or stuff like that. So you do have to be careful with the guitar, but it's not any different than any other guitar. I wouldn't say other acoustic guitars wouldn't have that problem as well. I like the fact that the finish on this guitar is semi-transparent, so you can still see the wood grain. You could still feel the wood grain. It doesn't feel like it's completely dipped in plastic. So kudos to Donner for really getting that right. The rest of the guitar, in my opinion, has some really nice, subtle innovations in terms of design. You can see here that the sound hole is on the top edge of the guitar, and it is not placed in the middle. It's not traditionally round shaped like a lot of other acoustic guitars. They really took design to another level by making shapes that are kind of a little bit unique, but I think work really well. I don't think they're ugly in any way. I even like the finish around the sound hole, this little sort of, you know, carved in piece of accent plastic that I think looks really nice and catches the light when you're playing it. Now, the bridge on this guitar does have a bone bridge in it, and it looks like it's nice and thick and well made and well cut. The actual wood around the bridge is not just boring and square. They made it look really nice and just accented the rest of the curves that are on this guitar. But the bridge itself seems really nice and thick and solid. And I really like that. I like to see that because I feel like it looks like this guitar could withstand a lot of wear and tear. A lot of people might think that carbon fiber is indestructible, you know, the material of the future. Well, it is very good at flexing, but not very good with impact. So you can actually crack the top if you're a little aggressive with it. So I wouldn't necessarily want you to beat this guitar into submission more than you would any other acoustic guitar. You want to basically take care of it like you would any other acoustic guitar, and it will last a lifetime. Now, the way the guitar has been put together is really well done. The guitar is made in China. I think by now most of you know that, but the quality is fantastic. There's no unsightly joints. Everything has been buffed and polished really nicely, and it feels really, really top notch. I would dare to say that it does feel more expensive than the money that you're paying for this guitar. This guitar does not come equipped with any type of pickup on board or inside, or there's no piezo pickups in the bridge or anything like that. So it's completely acoustic. So if you're looking for a guitar like this and you want to be able to plug it in, this is not the model for you. This is a traditional acoustic guitar that you would play at home, or if you play it out somewhere, you'll have to mic it up some other way. So please keep that in mind. I love the feel of the wood, and the neck just has the right shape. It's an easy to play acoustic guitar. I had to test it, so I pulled it out and started playing the guitar, and I couldn't put it down. Kudos to Donner for putting in a nut here that is also bone, very nicely cut. And the rest of the guitar neck is fantastic. The frets rounded over like all the other really nice Donner guitars. I'm really getting used to having those frets rounded over. They just feel great. Don't have anything that snags when you're running your finger along the edge of that fretboard. Has the side markers like any other guitar typically does, but the guitar overall looks more compact. You'll notice that if you look at it carefully. Now, it's a combination of things. It's not that the guitar is a smaller scale. The scale is normal. It's just that the body is slightly smaller, and I think the way the headstock is cut also makes the guitar feel just more compact. When I first played it, I immediately got a flashback to my EVH Wolfgang that I had, because that guitar also had the same compact feel to it, which I really liked about that guitar. Sometimes when you're playing acoustic, it just feels like you're struggling with the guitar. It's just a little bit too big, a little bit too awkward. This guitar doesn't have any of that. It's really comfortable, and you can play it all day long without getting tired at all. Now, I'm not sure what the fretboard material is. I would have to check the specs on that. If you guys know, you could put it in the comments. But it does look like ebony, but I'm not really sure. These days, they can mimic all kinds of different woods. And, you know, we can't really tell until we see the actual specs. But I like the look of the guitar fretboard. It just looks really nice. The markers look like mother of pearl. So it really does stand out as a really nice guitar. Now, the hardware on this guitar is also nice because it does have the same type of matte finish on it, and really nicely rounded over tuners that I like a lot. They just feel really great in your hands. They have a nice ratio to them, and they don't feel like they slip in any way. I like the styling of the headstock also. I like the way the Donner name was inset there. It kind of looks like it's a metallic kind of finish, the same way that they used for the truss rod cover, which is just a metallic insert that you can pop off, and you can get to the truss rod and adjust the curvature, you know, the relief of the neck and all of that. The guitar was actually set up very nicely right out of the box. I didn't have to work on it or do anything to it. Sometimes when you get an acoustic guitar, the company will usually leave a little bit more meat on the bridge so that you can file it down to your liking and get the height of the strings exactly the way you want to have it dialed in. But this guitar just felt really nice right out of the box. And I think that the action on this guitar is even just a little bit nicer than my Martin, believe it or not. So I was kind of really impressed by that. Now, at the end of the day, you have to decide for yourself whether or not you're ready for a hybrid guitar. It'll definitely be a conversation piece that'll spice up your collection, that's for sure. I don't think anybody will not want to take a closer look at this guitar if they see it on your guitar rack. Now, if you're a traditionalist, this might not be your cup of tea, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, some of us just don't like change, but I would highly recommend that you guys take a listen to it first before you make up your mind, because I think you'll be really inspired by this guitar and actually surprised, just like I was. I'm grabbing this guitar most of the time now. I'm just feeling like the guitar is a really nice guitar to have by my side. When I get the inspiration to play, I'll grab this guitar. Well, there you have it, folks. The Donner G1 is a bold step into the future, with one foot still firmly planted in the past, so that there's something that it offers everyone. Now, the guitar is definitely innovative, it's flashy, it's got great tones, and is easy to play, and I think it could be right for you. I definitely recommend you guys trying this out. Now, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this new technology, new materials cropping into guitars. Is carbon fiber the next big thing in guitars? Or should we just stick to good old-fashioned wood, you know? Some of us are just happy with what we already have. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell so you won't miss out on any of the upcoming fun. Until next time, keep those fingers flying and stay addicted to gear.